Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining in today for Chopper History, sponsored by Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. We have a pretty cool show today. Sorry, let me turn my phone this way. We have a pretty cool show today. So I am in Kansas, just a little bit outside of Augusta. And I'm at Bill Page's personal museum. This is pretty cool, and I wanted to share this. I was supposed to kind of be gone already, but we decided to stay a little bit longer. Tom Banks and I are out chasing motorcycles. So we really wanted to share this with you. So we're going to kind of get right to it. If any of you guys have any questions, I'm going to try to check the comments constantly. So if you have any questions about a bike or want us to look back at it, there's a lot of really cool stuff here, cool memorabilia, cool collections among collections. So if there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. Okay, so let me see how I can change this view so that you guys can see the motorcycles. Okay. All right. So Tom and Bill.
Hello.
All right. So Bill, you wanna we can kind of start over here so as you guys can see all the cool stuff quick. But so I noticed this bike over here, and those that know me know that I love FXRs. So he's got an 82 shovel head over here. I see another shovel head.
Yeah, this is my shovel head row. It's a 79. The next one's a 79 80-inch shovel. And the next one's a little bobber. It's a 73 shovel. It's one of my early bikes that I built years ago. And then my chopper shovel that I rode thousands of miles across the country with. And actually, it's a 75. It was built in 1975. Painted in 1975 and has not been changed.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, let me get in that Sugar Bear front end.
Yes.
How about this big sign that says "Eat"? That is so cool. Did you get that?
That came from a little town along the Mississippi, Keokuk, Iowa. And Kathy and I, every time we travel, we were driving in this it was on an old restaurant that was closed, and I immediately seen it and loved it. I slammed on the brakes, started going around the block and knocking on all the adjacent business doors till I found somebody that knew something about it. Got a hold of the owner and I bought it right then and there. Came back a couple weeks later and took it down.
That's so cool. Obviously, it was on the side of a building.
Yes, it was.
And now all this, tell me about all this wood and the corrugated steel and everything.
Of course, our business, Billy and I's business, are barn guys. We build barns and we tear down a lot of old barns. So all the interior decorating that we did in here was from materials from the early 1900s from old barns that we have torn down.
That's so cool. It's cool that this is all real. I like that buddy seat with the fringe.
Yeah.
Is that on a panhead?
It was on a shovel head.
Shovel head. Looks like that era. How about this Survey car? Tell us about
it. It was a 1958.
Or would you call it a box car or Survey car?
Survey car.
Yeah.
It was a police unit that came from Great Bend, Kansas.
Okay, here's a collection among collections. Old thermoses.
Yeah, I'm crazy about coffee. 50s, 1950s era coffee thermoses. The mid-size ones are kind of hard to find, but every time we go to a junk store or something, that's one things that's on our target all the time.
So are those the mid-size, like on that one right next to the 10?
Yes.
Going with the 10 sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a cool size.
Yeah.
And lanterns? The lanterns are all cool.
Yeah, I just like to find unique old stuff that fits the era.
So another 45. I mean,
WL. That's a 48 WL, and then and the 45 that I rode in the chase last year.
Is this the one that Billy's gonna ride?
No. Okay, Billy's going to ride a 1931 VL, the golden black one.
That beautiful
It
paint.
is.
That is a sweet paint job.
I like that paint job. That patinaed.
That one came out of the barn, 36 VLH. We did a mechanical restoration on it. Didn't have any fenders on it, so we kind of patinaed some fenders, but the tank is all original.
That's cool.
That is way cool.
And now you ride all these, correct?
All over them. Yes, all right. Try to get rid of them at least a couple times a year.
Yeah, keep them. It is.
That's my favorite bike, probably.
This one?
39, big flatty. It's a 39U. I rode it on the first chase. I love that bike.
What makes it your favorite? Because it's
comfortable, dependable, easy to start, and it very rarely gives you any trouble.
they are smooth.
Smooth. Yeah. Big flatties.
What about this one? Tell us about this one.
That one, our friend Gerald James down in Oklahoma got a hold of Kelly and I, and brought it in his museum in boxes, and that's a 29 JDH that has the wrong right side case on it as of now, but we do have the correct case that goes on it.
Oh, this is the one that you showed us the case.
Yeah, so we're going to restore that one. I kind of bolted it together to see where we was at and the parts out of the boxes. It's going to be a cool bike, but it's a 29 JDH.
So 2 cam that they only made 28, 29. Did you get this out of a local bond?
Pardon me?
Did you get it local?
No, it came from Oklahoma.
Oh, close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
All right, how about this one? This one's really cool.
Yeah, those are, it's a W Sport. They were made from 1919 to 1923. Harley kind of tried to do a version of a smaller, lighter bike. They have the flat or horizontal cylinders that come out the front and the back. That one's a 1920 model. It's an all original bike. The tanks were repainted. We had to do some repairs on those, and there wasn't enough paint left to salvage. But the rest of the paint, the frame and the handlebars and all that, was pretty much our original bike. They kind of run. They're real quiet. They didn't. I don't think they ever went off because they didn't sound like a Harley. It sounded like a sewing machine.
And the flywheels are on the outside. Have you ridden it?
I have not ridden that one yet.
Tom, what do you think of this one?
Now, I've only ever seen one other one. I think I saw one at Mecum maybe 5 or 6 years ago. That's a really rare bike.
Yeah, it's cool.
This is my, and I love to show people this, my first and original jacket from the 70s.
Really?
I still say I still wear it.
Nice.
Got my POW patch on it that we did back then. It's a little wore out.
Boy, that's cool.
But I still wear it.
Yeah,
It's got the wolf painted on back because when we was younger, it said wolves only come out at night. So.
So you only wore your jacket at night.
Yeah.
I think I earned that wear and tear.
What about this big Holly sign? Did you get that
I
local?
actually pulled that out of the dome.
No way.
Yes.
With the number 1 and everything?
Yeah, we redid that.
Even still.
Yeah, a friend of ours owns a sign company. We found that sign. It was an old farm field dump. And I was like, oh man. So I went back and then we got it, kind of restored it. And then our friend that owns the sign company repainted all the panels.
Why? Funny what people throw away. Betty Page, that was your aunt, right?
That's my Aunt Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tom, don't think about hitting on her.
Wow. That's family right there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she had reached out to me about a date after she saw some video and that, so we're talking. We'll see what that does. She's very attractive.
Yeah.
How about this knuckle?
That's a 47. I restored that about 10 years ago. And I kind of look back on it now and wish I wouldn't have restored it because it was pretty, had a cool look to it. But we decided that we'd go ahead and make it pretty. So, but I ride that quite a bit. I took it to Tennessee and the Tennessee Jam, and Tom let us have enough time off to go for a ride one day.
We actually rode like 100,
Yeah.
120 miles. Or
Yeah,
something.
he's a slave driver, man.
Well,
So,
we had to get them bikes down and we get out of
Yeah, we want to make sure he's going to bring home the trophy. Yeah.
can we go for a ride today, Tom? He said, I don't know. Them bikes ready to go?
We'll see. Yeah, maybe.
He's fibbing a little bit. Yeah, I promise you.
This sidecar is pretty cool, Jay.
In 1925, and the guy painted it this color, and and the story that I got on it, the old guy's name, the wife's name was Rose, and so on the sidecar they put a rose on there with the year of the bike, 1925. So I don't have the heart to change it.
Yeah, you can't.
No, why would you?
Yeah.
It runs really well, and I take my grandkids for a ride.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
The neighbor women want to go for a ride. They come down, would you take me for a ride? I was like, okay.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, I bet your grandkids must love it.
Oh, yeah.
You got some panheads over here?
65 pan and a 68
Shovel.
blue, electric glide blue,
Slap side.
side shovel.
Yep.
I like all the helmets
Yeah,
and the
they're
tanks. Yeah.
Super cool. I will be stealing a few of Bill's ideas for the museum.
I know, Tom. You got, yeah.
I know, right? Makes me feel like a little inferior walking in here.
No, it's just because you're just building it.
It's just
It's a work in
to
progress.
see it all laid out. It's just
Even these cool wrenches.
That set was really hard to find. I didn't find them all together, but the old curvy wrenches, once I had a couple of them, I was on a quest.
really
In every estate sale, I went through every box until I found a full set of them.
That's cool.
Yeah, really like them. And then these came out of a barn that we tore down. This is the original cowbell. You can see how rusted it is, but
Yeah.
it still works. And it was hanging in the rafters along with the branding iron.
Wow.
Homemade branding iron.
Wow, so big age. That's cool.
Yeah. So that actually came out of the working barn.
This might sound like a silly question, but why did they have bells on cows so they could find them? Like
Yeah.
out on a field?
Yeah, they just let them roam.
Yeah. All right, let's go to this bike.
Yeah.
This is the coolest.
So about 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, Bill and I started to have discussions about this bike. And the real deal was, we wanted to have Jody on a single for the Cannonball on part of our banquets team. And I think at the end of the day, the three of us, myself, Sean, and Jody, want to be on singles. So long story short, Bill and I got a deal done on this beautiful single right here. This is obviously a Bill Page build, 100%. But my friend Jody Perowitz is going to ride this bike in the next Cannonball. So we are going to have coming for you, Dave Kerr.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
3
Don't
singles.
think Jody Perowitz is a joke. She's coming right at you. I don't know about me.
So I'm psyched. Here you guys see it. This is my Cannonball bike for the 2023 Cannonball.
That is a Bill Page bike all the way.
So this is a 1914 Harley Davidson single.
Watch out.
Really cool.
We're coming
Oh, yeah.
after you, baby.
Oh yeah.
Coming for you, Dave.
You got some more
We
cool
still love
ones.
you, baby.
True.
We're breathing down your neck.
Yeah, we're just gonna push them a little bit more.
I got
And then what is this, your Cannonball room?
That's my Cannonball room. Billy and I love the Cannonball. We've done 3 adventures together. The first year I did it was in 2016, and on my 15 single, Billy was my crew chief, and then the next 2 Cannonballs he rode. So we've got 5 of them together riding, and one that he worked with me. And, so I just tried to save the memory. Photos save the memory.
They are cool memories.
Yeah.
Which Cannonball did you like the best?
I think probably the 2016 because it was my first one. And when you asked me about, when I said the 39 flat, it was my favorite bike. My second favorite bike. My second favorite is the 1915 single.
Well, yeah. So you rode a single. So how was it riding a single?
Hard. You know, everybody said, well, you cheated because you had a transmission, but you know, final drive is still final drive with 3 horsepower motor. So
True. 3 horsepower.
it was fun. It was a fun bike, challenging, but I wouldn't have changed it for nothing. Almost made all the miles.
I like the challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this picture. So why don't you guys talk about Sons of Speed? Yeah, tell us about Sons of Speed. Tom, what are you riding on Sons of Speed?
So I'm back on a 1924 Bill Page built Harley Davidson single. You know, right now we feel like we have the fastest single in the SOS, and you know, I know a lot of you guys are out there and you want to come forward, and hey man, we really would like to build
bring it
that
on.
class up. You know, and I'm telling you, yeah, absolutely bring it on. We'd love to build that class up. You know, I think that's the class that really needs to expand and make it a little bit more competitive for everybody. You know, we have a team formed now where we're going to continue to stay with the Sons of Speed. We really, really enjoy the event. We think with Andy aboard helping Billy, you know, the event can go to another level. So for us, it's really a great deal of excitement.
So Sean and Kelsey are watching, and he just commented the Holly Whisperer.
That is the Harley Whisperer. Make no mistake about it. Hey, Sean, what's happening, man? Yeah, I got your bike loaded up right now, Sean.
Yep, we're ready.
Jody and I fought to get that thing on there, and the only problem is, geez, I'd like to. You want to ride the single, Sean? I mean, just let me know. I'll ride that.
Sean,
Yeah, I mean, Tom did fit pretty good on that bike. I mean,
they both were practicing on that bike last night.
Yeah, we were.
They both
We were.
took on it. Yeah. And I told them, I said, get off that bike. That's Sean's bike.
Sean, it looks like Bill's on your side. He said, not a chance.
Yeah, I figured that's what could I at least take it for a hot lap or two?
Yeah.
Maybe after the race, you know. So
Well, yeah, let him at least win with it first,
That's
and
what
then
I'm
we'll
thinking.
see.
You let me hot lap it afterwards. That
Yeah.
might satisfy my.
Yeah, we might let you start it.
The coolest addition, I think, is to the competition distributing team is that Jody's going to be on Jerry Ottawa's dad's original 1930 board track racer, which he won the Oklahoma State Championships in 1930. It's a 45-inch bike. Jerry asked us if we could do something with that, find a driver for it, and we just said, I think we know the perfect driver for this bike. We just came from the museum. It's a beautiful bike.
Yeah, which I'll post some pictures of it. I'm ecstatic. I'm honored that this bike was a championship bike in 1930. And here we are 92 years later that I'm going to try like hell to make it another champion, because that would be so cool to see 92 years later. It's winning another trophy. So that's what I'll be riding in October at Sons of Speed. So we'll be in the singles class, the twin, the board track class, and the 45 class.
That's right.
Yeah, the Antique Outlaws. We're going to be holding it down.
We got our main wrench, Mr.
Yeah,
Bill Page.
that's why I should say, Bill, you got your work cut out for you.
I'm soliciting help right now.
Well, we'll have George too, so we'll help. We'll have
George.
and the kids, so maybe
George is good help.
yeah, George will help us for sure. We got quite the team we're building up right now. It's so much fun, man. I just looking so forward to it.
Yeah, Sean says maybe I'll let him ride it.
Thanks, buddy.
And Steve It says Tom Banks has the cleanest, most unique Harley museum with the best bathroom plumber. I take it that's your plumber. How about this bike, Bill?
That's a 1923 Dave Courier. Eat your heart out. He's
Yeah,
on-
that I hope Dave Curry is watching. I'm sure I'm calling him out a lot.
We're gonna go back to beating Dave up, huh?
That's an original paint, 23, original condition. The transmission was even slipped in backwards, but that's the way the bike was found. It was pulled out of a barn that way. I'm going to do a mechanical restoration on this bike only, and just not this year though.
No, we got Sons of Speeds to win. We got Cannonballs coming up. Yeah.
Chase,
Yeah.
Sons of Speed this year on full, but it's going to happen. Hard Par, which was painted on the tank. A cool story about if anybody's aware of Oliver Tractor Company. Well, before it became Oliver Tractor Company, it was Hard Par Tractor Company, and the old gentleman that owned this bike had a Hard Par tractor dealership, and he painted that on his tanks, and they said this said in his tractor dealership.
Wow, that's cool.
The seat obviously didn't come on the bike, but it didn't have a seat, so I just stuck one on there.
And then another Cannonball bike.
Yes, this was my 2018 Cannonball bike, made every mile, and then some. It's a great running bike. I love it. A lot of fun. Tom got to ride it.
I love that
Arkansas.
bike. Just love that bike. So I rode that bike in the Arkansas Musket Ball when my single went south on me, and I had an absolute blast. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact that it was Bill's bike, I think I'd have tried to pass Billy going up over that mountain.
Billy said you couldn't pass
I
it.
think I could.
Oh, I think I smell another challenge.
Well, I think Billy was holding on. He said,
Yeah. Billy said he was holding back.
Yeah, I don't know that I was full width coming up the mountain. You know, sometimes you really don't want to blow up the other guy's bike. You know, it's bad enough you blow up your own. So, but yeah, both of them are pretty fast. That's a great running bike.
This is a 1919 pretty original bike that I restored. Came from Cole Deister. And of course, it's got the carburetor up the right side. That's my thing. That's what I do. If you
I
see
like
a-
all these valves that you always put.
Yeah, I like to
Like the-
modernize my fuel valves. I know fuel lines break too easy and they crack, and then the fittings leak. And I ride these bikes; they just don't set. So
Hey, where's the trophy from Sons of Speed?
right here,
They're missing.
Tom graciously gave this to me after he won the first race, and
Oh, right there. I didn't even see it.
so it's in the trophy room for sure.
It's 22. Oh yeah, Tom's trophy. I like these drive-in movie theater speakers.
Yeah.
My dad and I have painted a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that like collects that kind of stuff. How about the Fort Madison Spirit sign? I think my bike said the VLD came out of Fort Madison. Is that in Iowa?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where my VLD came out of. Yeah, she showed me it was in Fort Madison, and it meant nothing to me because I don't know where Fort Madison. What a small world.
Yeah, it was on liquor store there. It's a two-sided sign. And once again, it was set out inside the whole shed. Needed rework, and it's just such a great sign.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not a real big on sign, but some I just like them that are unique and different.
Hey, can you ride a unicycle?
I used to be able to, but I can't no more. I'm not gonna try.
That's
Remember
exactly
when
right.
Alex rode the unicycle? Yes.
I noticed she was going. It's like, can you get it down, show us?
And Alex did ride it.
He did. He took a good digger.
He took a good dig.
Yeah, but-
Alex is half our age, so, you know.
Yeah, but he got back up on it and he rode it pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else. My first custom motorcycle ever is my '65 Triumph.
Oh yeah, that's a good picture.
Yeah, that was back in the early 70s. I rode that bike everywhere.
Is this a bike that you built too?
Yeah, yeah, it's a shovel, custom shovel that we built, and used to show it back in the 70s. And Billy sold it in the 80s, and Billy has, in the last 3 or 4 years, has been trying to find that bike back for me.
Yeah, so if any of you listeners have ever seen this, we always wonder where all the old choppers went. My dad's always, because he hunts like his old bikes too.
I always have everything that I collect has got some sort of meaning for me. My grandfather both passed away. My father passed away when I was younger, a lot of years ago. But he worked for the phone company. And that was his hard hat that he wore.
Oh, I saw that, and I was going to ask you what
So
the significance
of that and the phones that he used to work on there. So I have those together, and with my mother, and she owned a gift store called D and Company. Her name was Dolores. Her nickname was D, and I saved that sign from that shop, and those two have.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All this old wood is really neat too.
Nah, we've been blessed, man. We've been in 2 really cool places in the last 2 hours. Incredible.
Yeah, true. We were just at the Twisted Oz Museum.
That was
Yeah, really cool place.
Great place.
Yeah.
Kelly's been wonderful with that place.
sensational.
Did you see the emerald shoes and the yellow brick road?
Oh yeah, that of which we were just talking about that. These are pretty cool because we're in Kansas,
Yeah.
so it's like the male version of Dorothy. The red, instead of red slippers, red shoes. Yeah, which on our way here we Googled where actually Dorothy was from in Kansas, but we couldn't find it.
They didn't make any headway on that.
Yeah, they must have never
Dorothy's
said.
just from Kansas,
Yeah,
man. That's
just
it.
in general.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't have towns apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, the Suzuki DR 650.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't kind of fit in here with everything, but
What are you gonna do with it?
Trans-American Trail, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting ready right now. That's my goal for next year. And
Wow.
I want to do the eastern or western half of the TAT. And my friend Rodney Sterling and I are going to go here in a couple of weeks, 1st of August, to Colorado and do some practice trails with that and kind of get ready. So that's why that's in here.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, guys, so that's our show today for Chopper History, brought to you by Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. And you heard it. I will be riding an Indian motorcycle at the Sons of Speed races in October down in Daytona. So if you guys have planned on going to Biketoberfest, make sure you come out to the Sons of Speed races. And we'll be back next. Whoops, I'm trying to move opposite so you guys are in it too. We'll be back next week for another episode of Chopper History. Don't forget, all you local guys, we have our second bike night is July 20th, Wednesday, July 20th. So any of you local guys want to come out to it. And then the Perrods Paint Show in Sturgis is on Wednesday, August 10th at the Iron Horse. So if you're in Sturgis, try to come on out to our paint show on Wednesday. I'll say hi to a couple of people I see on here. Hey, Dee. Tom D's on.
Hey, Dee, what's up, Dee?
Yeah.
Number one.
Mike Draco, Jeremy, Nancy. Nancy says hi to you too, Tom.
Nancy.
Leslie, Patton, Wink. Oh, hey, Wink. It was nice seeing you in Born Free. Obviously, Sean's watching. Craig Ferry, Oscar, Jeremiah, Milt, John Holloway, Mike Woody. Let's see, you guys. Thank you guys always for tuning in, and thanks for your comments and stuff. But like I said, we'll be back next week. Thanks to Indian and Law Tigers for sponsoring Childhood History. All right, we'll catch you guys later. And thanks to Bill Page for letting us have a tour of his personal museum. All right, guys, we'll catch you later.